I've been addicted to this game for like a week now. It's called Aethermancer, and the best way I can describe it, have deck sizes been getting smaller? Remember those freaking CCGs on Congregate and stuff that were number, power, creep, ability, spam, pay to win? The Jokers released the same game with 3 different names, those freaking clowns. Anyway, I have such fond memories with some of these games, even though there's many that are no longer online. And Aethermancer's been getting a lot of updates recently. I didn't even mention, by the way, Aethermancer is made by the inventor of New Chess Battle Advanced. But I do have an admission to make, which you might have realized from that last comment. I have yet to show a screenshot of the gameplay, because here's the graphics. Looks like I got a lot of explaining to do regarding defending the graphics of this game. Well, I have spent about 2 weeks making this. Sudokumancer. I'll explain why it's that, why the name is that later. Also, that means the game works on mobile, which is like such a surreal experience that it works. Like, I even set it up so, okay, let's start battle. Like, it just works. You can put stuff, I can't actually see the screen when I'm doing this. I can put stuff in a lane. And the enemy composition is at the bottom of the screen, which is off screen, but whatever. But yes, I like the game so much that I completely remade the UI and implemented all the abilities. You can see this is the 6-lane system, by the way. And now you can tell it's a creature battling CCG-like. Unfortunately, there's no way I'd be able to sell this game. Because one, again, Aethermancer itself is a Spectromancer derivative. Too many cards are way too similar. And second is the stolen or generated art, even though I was the one who made it. Well, it's not like Spectromancer itself is any better in that regard. I guess we'll just have to avoid looking too closely at the art, which is like every other card game. Anyway, it's been like 1 minute 38 or something, so we have to get to the point. So you play with an incredibly small deck size, and only play 1 card a turn. And yet, strategizing synergies and like saving for really good, expensive units is important. You gain 1 mana of each type of turn. And the final purple column is Ether, are the 4-card deck that you bring. So let's go back into the... Okay, wait. That's way too overwhelming, so I added a progression system, but it's not meant to be some grindy mess. It's just because in the real game, this is my experience, you don't even get to see all the descriptions at once. You have to do this, and the tooltip is slightly slow. Some of them are even missing art. I don't even know how that's possible, and it's like completely overwhelming to look at all this. So that's why I have not everything unlocked at the beginning, but also the original inventor has look-ahead engines and such to balance the game, and even though I made it so you only start with cost 3 to 7 stuff, you're not starting underpowered. Now, I'm going to try to recall, like, what I did when I was playing this game for the very first time. I think I picked, like, Craftsman, Magic Rabbit, or I like Inferno Tower, actually. There's also a bunch of spells in the starting collection. I'll just pick Meditate, and that is our deck. Pass is the hero or core card that is selected. They're called cores. I didn't actually use Wild Magic, but I think this is just like a fun enough ability that I am just going to start with it. So you can see on the right, that's the enemy's board and the things they can play. In the real Aethermancer, that is not part of the game unless you have a specific core, but I don't like that part of the design, so I just let you see the enemy's entire pool. But of course, yeah, 16 randoms from the pool. This is the pool of randoms. I don't want to overwhelm you, so I'm not showing this for long. When you actually play the game, it'll only take like an hour to memorize all of those and really internalize the game. But anyway, for now though, I'm just going to focus on what we have here. So Hermit, start of turn, gain 2 Earth. So I play this, and that is pretty good to start with. You can see opponent played Sage, heals for 0.5 their Earth mana. I think I definitely underrated that. Even though it seems like, oh, maybe you want to play it late and save for when you have a lot of Earth. No, 315 is actually not that bad. Now, our hero is Wild Magic, so we can pay for any element using Ether, which does come with the cost that we have a lot less starting health. But that means I can play this Hermit now, even though I only have 3 Earth. And there is a scaling thing, Earth Elemental, that I really want to get. I feel like spamming Hermit is not that bad, although with our lower starting health, we're going to have to start defending soon because the opponent is attacking. We can defend with Guard, which says you take 0.5x damage rounded up. So those 3s are only going to deal 2 each now, which is going to be a little bit better. And now Earth Elemental, thing we've been saving up for, and now we have so much Earth energy. I'm going to play it blocking one of these. Now, of course, you notice the creatures do not attack back when you hit them, which is the same as in the original game, Spectromancer, the original inspiration, rather. So, you see this plus. There is a plus in Bolt Strike as well. So this is 0 plus. What this means is it has 0 base damage, but it scales with mana. So I have 8 air mana, and this Bolt Strike will actually deal 8 damage. And similarly, Earth Elemental, which is the card I just played, has a 12 attack. It's scaling based on my Earth. So this scaling stuff is, like, it's pretty cool to think about. Like, you actually see, like, if I play this Meditate, kind of want to one-shot this stage, but it's not going to happen. Even if I play this Meditate, I only have 14 Earth, and I will not be able to kill the stage. However, since our board is absolutely full of creatures, I think we want to play Commander. Your other creatures have +1 attack. The sound effects that I added is, like, in very short time, and they're not the best thing ever. Actually, this is a good example of, like, there is a spell. If I had Chromatic Sphere, I'd be able to take out this 2. I'm literally losing out on so much damage because I don't have a burn spell to get rid of this 2 attack creature. I'm literally losing out on 21 damage. It's just insane. Now, opponent, I'm looking at the opponent's spells. They don't have anything that would burn down my health, even though 17 health is actually rather low in this game. You need to be really careful about losing all of your health by a reach spell like Bolt Strike. But I'll play Meditate right now, which is kind of an anti-synergy with Wild Magic, to be fair. But the point of that is I hope that I'll be able to use Flame Wave here. My god, 29, and this is the most I've ever seen an Earth Elemental have, and it's not good. I don't have a good regeneration spell. I actually usually like playing this as a little awkward. Like, why would you play 2 Earth Elemental in a way? Because I'm just reducing its attack, but right now, I really do need the HP, so I'm healing. Is it not coded in? Is it not coded in? I'm so bad! Oh my god! Well, I might have just scammed myself. I really need to heal. That's why I'm not playing Titan, even though that would be a good idea, in a sense. Oh my god. Might lose to the bot on the first video, which is crazy. So they have Arc Lightning, which is reach as well. 4 attack, and it also deals damage to me. The only thing I can do is freeze all enemy creatures. So that means they can't attack, obviously. Well, it looks like there's no way for them to actually block both of my 28 attack Earth Elementals. I haven't managed to get the bot to successfully play, like, expensive spells, even though they have the Ether, by the way. I mean, it would be easy if I actually tried. But yeah, let's just win this battle. Play Titan or something, deal 10 damage, and explode that creature. Okay, so, there's a little replay here, and you unlock a core if you win the game, and another random unit if you don't. You get a random unit anyway. So it's unlocked Time of Triumph, which I have never used. I don't know how much I should say about, like, what I currently think about what stuff to play, but my god, pay 8 feels like it's way too much. Now, I guess evaluating hero cores and abilities like that is part of the game, so I should do it for this, even though I've never played with it. One thing is that if you pay 8, it's so much. There's also a kind of nuanced rule. If you look over here, we do have a 5 cost unit. I've only played this like once. It wasn't actually that bad, but you see, my attack equals your lowest mana, and casting your hero does nothing, which has implications for our hero, kind of, as well, but actually more for a different one called Rising Ether, which I haven't yet unlocked, but it's casts for 1 Ether, and of course, like, that's the obvious combo, so yeah, it's inelegant. That's probably why that got nerfed. Anyway, of course, I bring that up because this thing boosts ally attack, and this is 5 cost, so it seems like it's the target for it. But then it has this, then reset other modifiers to this unit's attack. And that is very relevant. Every attack all enemies has this, and it's a thing to balance, like, attack and attacks all enemies, especially because that's effectively unblockable as well, because it attacks the enemy player. So the buffs only last 1 turn on attack all enemies stuff, which in the original Aethermancer is a noob trap. It's only listed in the freaking glossary. Also, it's cyan, not blue. Anyway, I'm only saying that because, like, you're paying 13 mana to get this. I don't even know if it's a real combo to play Astral Drake. The thing also is that if you have such a big hero ability, and you're paying tons of health for this too, this is minus 12 HP to pay for this. And it's like, okay, you're definitely planning to cast this every game, right? Right? That means that if you're gonna, like, play a 7 cost unit, it doesn't make any sense to play the 7 cost unit. You have to do your hero ability, otherwise why do you have it on? So it's interesting, like, what happens to the rest of your deck if you're going to play something this expensive. I'm thinking like Craftsman, which is something that I also used somewhat early on. I haven't used it that much recently, but it gives you Ether, and since we're banking Ether, it seems like a good idea. Maybe even Demon Quartermaster. Although maybe that's an anti-synergy because it's minus 4 damage taking, which is like armor, so if this thing is an on death and a minus damage taken, maybe that's not such a synergy. Now let's just throw in the Astro Drake for fun. I had Bishop selected or something probably. Here, let's go. Okay. We start with 2 Ether, so I can't even play Craftsman turn 1. I have 1 mana generator, but I see opponent is Goblin Berserker. Starts turn deal 2 damage to adjacent allies, so that incentivizes them to put the Goblin Berserker at the edge. So if I'm going to place this anywhere, I'm going to put it here. So if you Goblin Berserker against this, then it's not good. I think there's a bug where the AI freaking puts the Goblin Berserker near its own allies, which is not good. Now, I really wanted to play Time of Triumph, though, so I'm going to play Craftsman here. Oh, Goblin Berserker's not playing near its own, I don't know. Now, it did take some time to get used to knowing that there are these units in the game, but if you look on the right, the turtle is flashing. It takes 3 less damage from all sources. This is a mid-game baddie, I guess you could call it. The developer of Aethermancer calls it that. But if you put it, if the turtle gets put near my mana gens, it might be annoying, because it will definitely kill it. I mean, the mana gen will still gain value. It's not the best thing you've ever seen. So I wonder if I want to play Meditate or Cloud. My health is really low. I think I play Meditate, not Phoenix. Phoenix would be like against one of these, but it's like a 313 is like overstated for that ability. We actually want to keep these Goblin Berserkers on the board to some degree, so let's Meditate instead. Turtle is placed to block, yep. And now I play Cloud. You know what, here. Another Goblin Berserker, but you can actually, there's the Goblin Berserker combo with Turtle, because it doesn't take the damage, although it really should have been put here. Okay, so I was nearly thinking of playing like Demon Quartermaster, but Cloud in Time of Triumph, I think, is the combo here. But also Commander is a combo. Commander with extra attack on Cloud. We're just doing a multi-attack thing today. Okay, it's time to play Time of Triumph. I believe I'll only get the bonus attack for 1 turn for Cloud, but it's fine. Let's go. Look at this. Bam! Oh, God. The UI is not even updated for the plus cost ones. Ah, this is sad. I gotta do a lot of bug fixes. Yeah, I've been actually fixing this game way too much in the past days. Please send help. But yeah, honestly, you would be forgiven for thinking this is actually the intended, but the original inventor of Aethermancer is like, no, this is too OP, so it should actually reset your attack. But it doesn't, because the game's bugged, supposedly. It's also a bit spaghetti theming-wise, because there is a version of this core that's like Ritual of the Commander, but it doesn't act the way the normal commander does. This attack should be 4 right now, not 8. But it's not going to be 3 because this commander's aura is like a passive effect. Who knows if I actually fixed it? Sure hope I did. I mean, right now it's funny that Fence is like a 4 attack thing. Right now it's supposed to be a 0 attack, but no. The preview number is just utterly wrong for this. I wonder if the 1-9... No, the 1-9 is not buffed. I don't even know the cost of those things. But anyway, they're dead. They're all dead. Okay. So of course there's like a recent Dex, which is nice. Man, it's not great that the first 2 games I have to talk about weird edge cases and differences in the remake, which it's just like, it's not very elegant. It doesn't make the game look good. Anyway, I'm not going to bloat this video's runtime. There's class cards. Now, do be aware. So let's say I pick all 3 Evoker cards. Now, all of these classes have some different theming. Like, Evoker is it's like an aggro class. Abjurer likes to destroy enemy mana. Banisher likes board clears. Illusionist has some, like, reflection-based thing that punishes the enemy for having higher stats in a way. And Chronomancer, which is about freezing and skipping turns of the opponent's players and their creatures. Yes, in my opinion, the classes were, like, inelegant. Like, I didn't even know there were classes in the original because it's like hidden and like class things are just right next to the normal. So you see this neutral down here or abjure or whatever. And there's no in-game info that the classes affect your max health. And if you do multi-class, you have -5 max health as well. I suppose I could show you some gameplay of that, very short, but it's like, oh god, getting to monsters takes so long. And to see the enemies, you have to swap view, and why is it laggy also? I really hated that in the original. You can't just see the enemy stuff all on one screen, because, like, especially as a noob, you're not going to remember that many cards. The thing, though, is that the bot is a lot better on this version. Not this one, this is an easy bot, but I just happened to roll into it, but there are some bots with, like, 10,000 rating. But the rating seems volatile as hell in this game, like, you can gain or lose it fast. Also, one time when I was playing this, there's no end turn button. To end your turn, if you have a full board, you actually need to press this button, like this, the hero ability, even if it does nothing. I once got trolled by clicking this as if it was an end turn button, which just exits the game and counts as a loss. Ha ha ha. Anyway, CBA. Also, oh my god, I never get a chance to play Ulabog. Destroy my blocker. Boom. Yes. It's too bad it doesn't have a satisfying animation, or sound effect, or really anything. Anyway, whoop-de-doo, we beat the easy AI. Oh, also oh god, there's these rank spells. I didn't even bother to make art for a lot of it, because many people in society do not respect lopsided people. And so people with design ability and even program ability with no art ability will get screwed in life if they want to make their game known. Anyway, I did want to show off that there are a lot of Aether spells that have multiple ranks to them. They are higher cost, but may have some life adjustment and different stats. But they have the same art. I really hate they all have the same art. It really deals with like uncanny valley feelings. Yes, just because some art is the same. So, in Sudokumancer, I have this slider. This doesn't always unlock though. And not every spell is a rank, so it's also like not satisfying in that way. But just look at what I have done. I am so happy about this. I actually find this incredibly satisfying. Card Battle Advanced. Color Battle Ether. Anyway, I don't know how to end this video. Maybe I'll make the password something about promising to record footage or something. Or maybe I won't. Plug my games and I don't have enough people who recorded playthroughs from my satisfaction. What's wrong with my life? Oh, also the reason it's called Sudokumancer is because there's a user called Doku in the Ukba community and this server. But there was a comment that implied I might get sued for using Doku's name and likeness. Or maybe there wasn't. I don't know. I don't know why it's called Sudokumancer. Bye! I did actually play a match of a real Spectromancer after this. It's pretty surreal. Of course, it wasn't difficult to play against the first enemy, but also there's like nuances, like a zero attack creature cannot get its attack boosted. But overall, pretty big steamroll, I'd say. Oh, by the way, want to see what the amazing graphics of New Chess Battle Advanced look like? The Chinese hackers trying to get into this game as well. Wait until you see Mada Battle Advanced. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go fix the UI. This is an improvement, by the way.